everybody. My name is Kattis Bullberg. We are here to listen and see a presentation about this marketing, and we have with us Jason, our mentor and a really educated person in this market. He's been around for 17, 18 years now. So I just will not say so more much. Just take the microphone and go for it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, welcome everybody. This is our AI marketing presentation. And AI marketing actually stands for artificial intelligence, okay? And this is something which is very, very exciting, but also very scary for some people. I'll tell you why it's scary is because there are statistics saying that artificial intelligence will replace up to 30% of people's jobs within the next 15 years. And you can be a person that sort of can be complaining about it and worried if your job's going to be replaced, or you could actually leverage from having your own robot to make money. And when I first saw this, I've got a background of multi-level marketing for the last 18 years, and I suddenly came across this just under 6 months ago, and I got very, very excited about the possibilities of this particular business, because it is something very, very special, because a robot can do many things for you that you can't do. But the thing is, if you go to any airport now, or if you go to McDonald's, when you walk in, you can already see signs of artificial intelligence taking people's jobs. You walk into McDonald's and there's like one cashier just to make sure the machines are working okay so people can take their orders. Or if you go to the airport, you actually you put your own tickets in a machine and it sorts out your seat number. And I can go on many, many examples of what's actually happening with artificial intelligence. So let's teach you how to leverage from it. First of all, it's really important to understand why we do these sorts of businesses. And this isn't actually an illustration from a book called The Cash Flow Quadrant, written by Robert Kiyosaki. And he talks about all the world's money, if it's divided up into 4 areas, who gets that money and how are they affected by it. The E stands for employed, and the S stands for self-employed. So if you're employed, you basically have got an agreement with an employer where you're going to exchange time for money. And also the boss will tell you how much you're worth. Some people then become self-employed because they don't want to have a boss. So they are in control of their own job. And the thing is, on that side of the quadrant, it is actually an active-based income. People are physically renting time for money. And the thing is, you physically have to go to work to get the money. And when you stop working, the money flow also stops. This is where 90% of the world's people are, and they share only 10% of the world's money. That's why you see if it's employed, people generally tend to have money problems, not enough money. And if you're self-employed, people are just stressed because they got no time. But we're here to talk about the B and the I side. The B stands for big business owner. These people have probably 500 employees or more, or maybe they have many businesses which create passive income. Okay, it's very, very different to active income where you're exchanging time for money. Here, these guys are building businesses which create ongoing income again and again and again, whether they are at work or not. And what they do, they take this passive income and then they will invest it into anything that makes money. So that's where you hear they're saying, money makes money. This is where 10% of the world's people are, but they share 90% of the world's money. It's completely around the other way. The good news is, though, that you can take a journey from one side of the quadrant to the other. Because, the good news is there's only 10% on that side. So that means there's a lot of room for us. So why artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is a robot that mimics your own intelligence. Okay. Thing is, robots can do tasks that you don't like to do, and they can do it again and again and again without making any mistakes. They do not get tired, and robots can be programmed to do anything. And when I was in multi-level marketing, I had to learn so many skills. I mean, I had to read thousands of books and listen to thousands of audios, and I had to practice and get rejected, and it's a lot to do. And when I saw this, I got excited because they've put a robot together that can do sales and marketing for us. The only thing is the robot needs a little bit of money to actually get it going, okay? But once it's going, it gets very exciting. So the AI marketing robot advertises campaigns on the internet for you, okay? So you don't need to become an expert at marketing. The robot does it for you. All your robot needs is an advertising budget. You simply register. You set the budget that works best for you, okay? Because we know that people, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, we're all in different financial situations, but it is actually a very good equal opportunity. But once you set the budget that works for you, the robot gets to work within 48 hours of when you first register. And when I first registered, I sort of thought, I'll give it a go, see what, maybe it's one of those funny websites. And I basically set it up, and 2 days later I jumped into bed, and I woke up in the morning and the robot had started during the night. When I woke up, there was $10 in the back office, and I thought, this is incredible. How can it make more money? And I started to understand more and more about it. So I did a lot of research on this business, and a few other team members with me have done the research with this company as well. So every day the robot's going to use a small part of your budget, and each sale that's made will start to give you a cashback, which is in the form of money, which comes into your back office. The higher the budget, the more the robot can advertise for you. Okay, sort of makes sense. The higher it's got a budget, the more it can advertise for you, and the robot will work harder. And then that in return, it earns you more cash back. Okay. But the thing is, you can make a choice here. You could actually choose to actually withdraw your cash back, okay, and spend it, and like we normally do when we have a job. Or you could start to think like a business owner, where on the B and the I side of the quadrant, where you reinvest back into your robot. So when you make a profit, you don't eat the profit, you put it back into the robot, so the robot earns more money for you. Let's talk a little bit about the company. It's ranked within the top 500 worldwide. That is an incredible number, because can you imagine how many websites are on the entire planet? And it's within the top 500. 1.5 billion websites, 300 million registered domain names globally. Over 1 billion visitors yearly, and the company's only been going for 4 years. Companies that are involved is people like McDonald's, H&M, all those many. The list is endless. Okay, I don't need to give you all. Once you log in, you can look yourself, because you'll be shocked. It's so many well-known names that are involved. So you have a choice, because when we go work, we basically, we're taught that it's very important to save money. So we normally put our money in a bank. But the thing is, what does a bank give you? It gives you 1 to 2% interest. It's really not that interesting. And I can understand why people don't want to save if that's all they're going to get. But the thing is, when you have a robot, you get up to 35% a month on your return. So, if you think about it, which one's smarter? Is it better to go for 1% or 35%? Let's just talk about the investments, because if I know that people are in different situations wherever you are in the world, but that doesn't mean you have to miss out on the opportunity if you're a country that is quite hard to come up with $125. But if you are in a country where $125 is no problem, I highly recommend that you just invest with $125 right away, because that is enough to get the robot in action and never stop. You can also make use of a voucher. You can get this from the person who invited you. And this is designed I want to highlight this now, very, very strong point, because I see people making this mistake. They think it's free money, and it's not. Okay, it actually slows you down on making money if you're using it in the wrong way. The way it's designed to be used is, if you're a person that wants to invest a lot of money and you want to know whether it works, we can give you a free voucher where you put it in, the robot gets to work and it starts making you a profit. And then you can see how the robot works. But the thing is, that voucher has to be paid back from your profits. Okay, so that's what I highly recommend. Use the voucher and invest $125 so you can really get your one robot actually starting to work. If you are a person where you're thinking, oh my gosh, $125, that's a mountain. The good news is that you should look at AI marketing look at it as a bank. Okay, so you're going to invest the minimum of $10 whenever you can to get your robot to start. Okay, because what you need to do is split the payments, and your goal is to reach $125 in your account, because once it's reached the $125, your robot will start running without you, and that's how you can be on board as well. But of course, you just need to work out a budget which works for you. So you've invested your $125. What is the potential? This PDF chart is something that we use to build our business, and we go by it exactly. So if it works for us, it will definitely work for you. So you can see it says $125 here. All right, so you start with 125. You make roughly 30%. I know we said 35, but let's keep it a bit lower. So it says 30% profit. So this is your month 1 all the way to month 36. So we've got 3 years. Okay, this isn't a 3 years exciting road. So you start month 1 with your $125. The robot gets to work. By the end of the month, you've made $37.5. So in your back office, you will see the 125 plus the 37. You could withdraw here. Notice it says withdraw, but we recommend that you don't withdraw and you reinvest. The reason why you reinvest is because month 2, you can put $162 in, which is these two amounts here, $162. And because you made that smart, intelligent decision, you can then make $48. Still do not remove any money from the account. Instead, put it all back in. Month 3, $211. Because remember, I said the way to make money is to have a bigger advertising budget for your robot to work harder. So what we're doing, we're actually reinvesting our profits to make the advertising budget bigger every single month. By month 9, you would have turned $125 into $1,000. That's a pretty cool interest rate, don't you think? And of course, we're not completely nasty. We think it's actually quite cool that you actually start taking a little bit of money, okay, and you put the balance back in. So your advertising budget is going up and up and up. So here you've got a few months here where you're taking $100. You can go out, you can buy food, you buy whatever you want to do with it. And then on month 17, look at your budget. It's up to $5,900. That robot's starting to work pretty hard for you. You're still able to invest a lot more back into your budget the next month. But look, you can start taking $500 a month. And it continues. 20 months. Month 20, you can now start $3,000 a month into your pocket. That's a sort of a life-changing amount of money. This is serious stuff. And then if you go to month 36, you just keep doing and following this PDF exactly. Look at month 36. You've now got $38,000 advertising budget, and you can now take $7,500 a month. Do you think you'll be worried about money? Notice I haven't said anything about registering anybody. In multi-level marketing, the only way we could make money was to build a big team. Here, I've just shown you how to work with one robot. So you will get a link from the person who invited you, and you get started. You don't have to refer. This is just one robot, but it's such a beautiful opportunity. It seems sad if you don't share it. It's, you know, I just think I can't be that selfish. I must show it to some people, you know. So you start with one robot. This is where it gets really, really exciting. Okay, so I just showed you how to work with one robot. Where it says number one and you invest your $125. Once that robot's running on its own from the first initial $125, you take your own referral link, you set up a brand new email address, and you open account number 2, invest $125, and you start following the PDF with that robot as well. Once that is going, you repeat the process for 3, 4, 5, 6, how many times you want. We're talking 20, 25 months away with 4 robots built, pumping in $3,000 a month. It's $120,000 a month just after 20 months. Exciting, right? And that's without registering anybody. I think it's important to share it with people because it's a great opportunity. You know, everybody's got a friend that needs help. We always love people and we want to help them if we can. And it seems sad if we don't show them, because can you imagine if you're a person that's got even one robot? I think you would probably realize that this is actually changing your life with the amount of money that's coming in. And you just say, look, I found something really, really interesting. You've got to have a look at it. And then you register your friend. Because what happens is, if you register, there's your 4 robots here. And then you register 3 friends. And then they build the same building block here as this one here. All this revenue comes up to you as well. So you don't have to build it, but you can build it. And this is the way I look at it. I don't have to show you, but I will, because it's a good opportunity. It changes the fact that you need people to join this. We don't. Okay, it's very, very different. And when you do build an organization built with this thinking, there is another bonus system which is huge. Okay, I'm not going to go through that tonight, but it's you do get paid another way of money through this as well if you show people. To get the best advice, you can join our team. We run it on WhatsApp. It's the AI marketing professional group. Okay, we only let people in once they're registered and you've at least invested $50. Okay, we are very serious about our business, and we only let people in that are serious about theirs. And you're more than welcome, but you need to meet us halfway. And we have all the education and all the information that's going on to help you build a big business. Okay, so you're welcome, but you need to meet us halfway. Work smart, build your future. Okay, this business is just a decision. Feed your robot. You know, if you've got a car and you want to, that is a vehicle, isn't it? It gets you from one place to the other. But if you don't put oil in the engine, guess what happens to your engine? It stops and breaks. If you don't feed your robot properly in the beginning, the robot stops. It just stops. And when it stops advertising and it stops making money for you. So you need to service your robot. You need to look after it, give it a bit of love, and it will look after you. Okay. And you can start to looking at some of having your dreams come true. Right. So take it very seriously. It's one of the best opportunities I've seen in 18 years. Okay. So thanks very much for watching. Get back to the person who invited you. Don't miss this opportunity. And this is also, I want to just say this, you know, for my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and like my film, and also share it with your friends so we can get them involved as well. Okay, so speak to you later, guys. Bye.